Hi YouTubers, Eclectic Lil here. Well, I thought I'd do a Halloween video and show you some of my personal Halloween decor that I have. And first off, you'll notice these two blow molds. I purchased this a few years back, and I don't even remember. I think they were like really cheap, like $1 or $2. And there's holes in the back. I stuff it because I don't want anything to go in the hole. But you could put those, lights in it, and with the bulb, and you just press the button and they'll light up. So these are two of my favorites that I have. And I also have my vintage Sylvester the Cat Halloween shirt. And then if you'll remember in my jewelry video that I have this haunted house and the ghosts fly around, which is really cool. Okay, well, let's get started. So I'm going to show you this. This is something I've had since I was, I'm going to say 12 or 13, something like that. A neighbor had given this to us. My sister got one too. Well, first of all, this was on a piece of wood like this. And, over the years, things fall apart. But I originally had a witch made of, this is plastic, like little blow molds. And I had the witch, and my sister had this one. And I switched. And she took the witch, and I took this one. But, so I've had this for a long time. Recently, a friend of mine, a great friend of mine, we meet for coffee and what have you, and I've known her for like 35 years. And she gave me this. It's a motion detector witch. And then she got me some of those, orange lights. So I usually put those around my front door. And then I got this at a thrift shop, these Halloween candles, and they were only $1. So I'm going to add those to my decorations. I might do this in 2 videos. I don't know. We'll see. So I have this old tin. I've had this for a long time. I probably got it like, I don't know, in the early 90s. And it says tin deco, and it has the witch on there. And then usually inside I had made some pumpkins. Now the eye fell off. I just noticed that. But some little clay pumpkins. I used to work with polymer clay a lot. And then I got this little guy. And then I have this little, this shows a little miniature. But typically these, you could buy these vintage pumpkins, bigger, and they could be pricey. I don't have one, so this is my little miniature replica of those vintage pumpkins. So I have a pumpkin collection. So I have this. I've had that for many years. Ceramic. Here's one of those I'm telling you about, but I have a small one. These vintage little pumpkins. I have this one, and this says Colonial Candle, Japan. And every Halloween, I put all my pumpkins out together. There's a little pumpkin. That's plastic. I also collect ghosts. Little pumpkin. Um, Many years ago when I sold Avon, these are from Avon, and they're 3 candles, and they've never been used, and I still have the holder that it comes in. I threw the box out last year, but I've had those for these for a long time. I also have another Avon. It's the Ghosts. It's called Ghostly Glow Figurine, and this will glow in the dark. I don't know if some of you remember those. So I've had that for many, many years. This I probably got at a fair, or a harvest festival where they sell the pumpkins. I went to a lot of pumpkin patches and whatnot. Um, Here's some more pumpkins. I also collect ghosts. Typically, I like the vintage ones, but this lights up with the bright light. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that it's lit. Probably not, but so he glows. And then this is a vintage ghost. So here's another one of, yeah, I was looking for this box. So this guy that I showed you, this is the same maker. Here is another one. And they're by Department 56. And so I have 2 of those. This guy still has his box. Okay. Then I have a wind-up pumpkin. And perhaps maybe when I do all my decorating, I'll do a quick, tour. This is a vintage, well, it's a little candelabra, for like the haunted house. You sit it on the piano. I no longer have a piano. I used to have a piano. So yeah, so that's that collection. I keep them in a plastic bin when I store them. And then I'm going into my other bin. And back in the day, I did a ceramics class, and I painted this. It lights up, and so I put that out every year. I did this in '93. Look, put my name, Lily. So I did that in '93. 26 years ago. Wow. Yep. And then I have this. This hangs up. You put a tea light candle inside, and you can hang it. A friend gave me this one. And in my last whole video, it has a light inside. In my last video, my whole video, oh, it's still lit. Still lights up. I mentioned that you could cut out the gourds and put the lights in it. These are the little lights I was talking about at Dollar Tree that you could buy and, put it in and it lights up. Then I have a bunch of vintage cutouts by I'm pretty sure this is maybe Beisel. So I have those. And I have the cat. And I have this one. And I have Beistle, Beistle. I've heard it pronounced different ways. This I had when I was younger. That's a popular one. Beistle. Again, I got the witch. This I found a couple years ago. The eyes, over time, they just disintegrated, but there were paper eyes in that. Little pumpkins. This is Ambassador. The little paper pumpkins from by Ambassador. I have a few of those. I have the lanterns. I sold a couple of these and then I kept a couple. These are very old. There's the owl, the devil, the witch, and the cat. And you see how over time how the paper could, it's very delicate, so got to be very careful. I put these in a bin so that they could lay flat. You see, I have another one. I have the little girl, the little witch. This is made in Denmark. Very fragile. Her broom is kind of bending there. I have it's called handbag. It was 5 cents back in the day. This is like from the 50s. Isn't that great? I love this stuff. I have your typical, his arm's in there, but it's just not. The other part of his arm is coming off, or came off. The skeleton. I found this cool mask. Look, I paid $1 for it. I have the skeleton. I don't think there's a name on that one. It might be on there, but I don't see it. Then this is made in Denmark. It's Amscan decoration. It's the I'm not gonna take it out, but it's the accordion kind of paper, crepe paper, or not crepe paper, but the tissue paper. And then when I have it all set up, you'll be able to see everything a little better. She used to have tissue paper arms and legs, but of course those in time, came off. But I remember this one person had several, vintage Halloween decorations, and, I bought a lot. And then a lot I've had over the years. These are Danish. These are handmade in Denmark. Again, the pumpkins, the tissue paper pumpkins. be patient with me because I want to be careful with my items. If I rush, they get torn, you know. So that opens up like that. And I have a few of those. So I dropped a cat. Here's a cat. Black cat. Ooh, what happened to him? This is also Denmark. Made in Denmark. So, let's see. So I put out the lights. This I purchased in, I believe it was New Hampshire. It's a, I don't think it's really an antique. It's maybe a replica, but it's a really cute little girl. She, or boy, it's a bank holding the jack-o'-lantern there. So I have other items too, and what I'll do is after I decorate and it's all displayed, then maybe I'll do a quick tour and, you know, show you how I displayed everything. So I hope you enjoyed my Halloween decorations and my vintage finds, and I hope you'll have a scary Halloween. Boo. See you next time. Bye. Ciao.